All right, here are my notes for 24.3. This is Andy McCann, CrossFit Garage, and I am just an average Joe. So my notes are for mere mortals. If you are super awesome at CrossFit, then don't listen to my stuff. This is for people who are like, for me, I'm in like, right now I'm like 37,000th in the world. So this is for you guys, how to get just to eke out a little bit more. So the trap here is to go too fast, just like in all of them, and you burn yourself out. If you watched the average Joes do the announcement workout, they all did the first round unbroken and then they fell apart. So my suggestion to you is to break it up a whole lot more. I thought I had broken it up enough, and then after a round, I did 5 thrusters and then 5 thrusters and then went to the pull-up bar. I should have broken it up even more. So by round 3, I was breaking it up, maybe 4. I was breaking it up a whole lot more. I should have done 4, 3, 3. That would have been smarter, or something else, because I needed the rest. The thrusters really got to me. So know ahead of time what you want to stretch out and where the pain is going to be. For me, I knew it was going to be either my shoulders or quads, so be thinking about that ahead of time. So I used a smaller bar because I have small hands and a little bit easier on the grip, although this wasn't very grippy. Use a lot of legs on the thruster so that your arms are saved for the pull-ups. Pre-chalk the pull-up bar so you can go, here and then move down and then move down and move down and move down. Every time you get on the bar, you've got fresh chalk. I pre-made the second bar. They say you can have 2, so go ahead and have the second bar ready and waiting for you. Go steady, a little bit slower than I did, and breathe all the time. Pre-breathe, like get the deep breaths going ahead of time, because you will feel it. It's Fran. Everybody knows that. Don't fall in the trap of Fran. I did, even knowing that I shouldn't. Even watching other people do this, I still went too fast. So break up the movements a lot. The big thing is, it's not so much... now, let me back this up. If you have a bar muscle up, then you need to do everything you can to get to at least 1 bar muscle up, because that's going to move you thousands of places up, tens of thousands of places up probably. Anyway, if you're an average Joe, if you're like excellent, then of course you need to do a lot of those. When you're doing your pull-ups, make sure you put a lot of hips into it so that there's a lot of swing and kip, so that you're using another part of your body, not just your arms, because you're going to need some of that for bar muscle ups later on. I don't know if I would do butterfly. Maybe it would give you a different pull, but I think the swing and the kip is the way to go. And breathe while you're doing those pull-ups. Make sure that you're right, getting in lots of air. Don't hold your breath. All right, if you watched the main video, the average Joes, like I said, they all did the first round unbroken, and then they fell apart, and that was about like the 2-minute mark. So don't do that. Be smarter. Yeah, it might take you longer. I think I was like, I don't know, maybe 6 or 7 minutes for the first part. And historically, I've had a fast Fran. It was sub 3 minutes. So Fran's not a big problem for me. I know it's a little bit more movement, chest to bar, and then eventually heavier weight and bar muscle ups. But that idea, doing those things, aren't that terrible. The weight for me is the terrible part. So anyway, I would break it up a lot more. Do 4, 3, 3, or just do 2s. I know in the beginning you're like, but I don't need to. That's great. You don't want it to be like that. You want to be fresh and have your lungs, especially in the second part, because the weight will crush you. Anyway, the other thing that I did was at the break, I stretched out my quads a lot and my shoulders. So don't just stand there. Know what you want to do at the break. Have 2 bars made up. When you get to the second bar, I thought I could do it in sets of 2, but when I got there, I picked it up one time and I was like, nope, it's coming down, and it dropped to the floor. And I said, okay, change of plans. Don't be afraid to change your plan and change it early. I thought the minute rest would help me out a lot. It didn't help nearly as much as I thought it should. But isn't that always the case, right? So when you get to that bar, throw it up above your head, drop, take a deep breath, grab the bar again. I think the trick here is going to be, or the tip is, don't back away from the bar and then wander around the gym, right? Know that I'm going to step away, I'm going to take a deep breath, I'm going to grab the bar again. It's just one movement, and if you use your thighs and your butt, you can at least save your arms for then when you walk over to the bar muscle up. On this one, I don't chalk the bar. I chalk my hands up a lot because I want extra grip. I'd already torn my hand, so it was kind of too late for me. Normally I would stop if I tear my hand, but it's the open, so it's like, whatever, I'll keep going. And I just made it a whole lot worse. But yeah, so I think that's the biggest thing for you guys, is slow it way down in the beginning so that you can make it towards the end without putting your hands on your knee for like 5 minutes because you're out of gas. There really isn't, it's like on the row or the lighter deadlift. It's do the work, do it smart.